Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Naruto Storm. So guys, if you like the video, please subscribe our channel and share the video with our friends. So friends, today you are watching the fourth episode of the series What If Fourth Shinobi War Was Like This. So now my friend Alexander will tell you the story of episode 4.
Naruto enters the Hokage's office with force. Mother Tsunade, I'm done with remaining in this place. I desire to serve on the front lines, Naruto urged. I've kept you here for a reason, and that reason is clear. It's as a result of a scheme Shannon developed called the Resurrection Plan. He also employs his army of dead shinobi, stated Tsunade. Hokage, I've lost all control over my army. I've lost my Rinnegan, they have left the village, and I have no clue where the hell they are, Shannon said, panicking hard. Calm down. Tell me what exactly happened, Tsunade responded. Alright, I heard a bang and woke up and looked in the mirror and saw that my Rinnegan was gone. I ran to Kaluna and Natalia, her cousin who was assigned to protect her, bleeding out on the couch but still alive. Got them to medical attention. Searched all over the village and they were gone. Every single one of them, Shannon explained. Wouldn't the eye transplant wake you up without the use of medicine putting you to sleep? Tsunade asked. That's what I thought, but I never used sleeping medicine and I haven't used any medicine recently, Shannon answered. Shannon, we needed that army. We are losing a lot of shinobi and soldiers, Tsunade said. I know. I'm going to continue my search, Shannon replied. Shannon leaves the office. All right Naruto, grab your tools and get moving to the front lines, Tsunade ordered. Yes, finally, Naruto responded. Naruto rushes out to the front lines. Near the front lines, Naruto sees Kaluna walking with the revived army. Wait, those are the 4 Hokage with her. How are they here right now? Naruto wondered. Hey, excuse me, Naruto shouts. What are you doing with the 4 Hokage? Naruto asked. None of your business. Now leave or I will make you, Kaluna threatened. Naruto. Hiruzen said. Hey old man, it's been a while, Naruto responded. Naruto Uzumaki. Minato said. Yeah, how did you know? Naruto asked. It's because, I'm your father, Minato answered. Naruto was surprised to hear Minato say that. He then starts to tear up. Minato runs and hugs Naruto tight. It's been 13 years. How come I never knew you were my father? Naruto asked. I told Hiruzen to never reveal you were my son to the public for fear you would be in danger by all of my enemies. But I did tell him to make sure you were hailed as a hero by the village. Were you hailed as a hero? Minato asked. No, I was vilified by the village. Adults would harass me. Kids would run from me. And for a long time, I didn't know why, until Mizuki told me what happened. He told me Kurama the nine-tailed fox was inside of me. Naruto answered. Hold on, I told the villagers that you wished for him to be hailed as a hero, but they didn't know the circumstances behind Naruto's birth. They only saw him as the 9 tails. I even outlawed anyone from talking about the 9 tails, Hiruzen explained. I understand. Minato responded. Kaluna, you can revive anyone you choose now. I wish you would revive Kushina, my wife and Naruto's mother, Minato wished. Fine, when we get back to my home, Kaluna replied. Suddenly hundreds of cavalry are charging towards Naruto and Kaluna's army. Kaluna's appearance quickly changes, and her hair grows incredibly large. She grows rabbit ears that cover her real ears. Her fingernails grow long and dark, and awakens her Rinne Sharingan, and her overall appearance looks very similar to Kagaya. Kaluna activates her Byakugan. She points to the cavalry, and she releases intense waves of chakra from all of her tenketsu. The men and their horses suddenly die. We may continue our journey, Kaluna stated. How did you do that? Naruto questioned. I simply released most of my chakra and directed it into people's chakra pathway systems. The overwhelming chakra killed them. Or more specifically stopped all of their organs, Kaluna explained. This girl is crazy. She just killed hundreds of men just like that, Naruto thought. They travel to an insane asylum. At the asylum, Kaluna presses a button next to the door. The door then opens. Screams, growls and other noises erupt from the people in their cells. Kaluna leads them to a laboratory with a single scientist reading a book and writing down information. Ah, Kaluna, I'm glad you returned. The experiment was a success. 900,000 puppets have been created, the scientist reported. Excellent, do the others know? Kaluna questioned. No, the scientist answered. Good, Kaluna responded. Kaluna gains a surprised expression on her face. Wow, Shannon, Mew and Karen are here, Kaluna said.
Kuluna, why did everyone leave? Shannon asked. I brought them along with me to guard me. Your Rinnegan is gone. What happened to it? Kuluna asked.
I have no clue what happened to it. My eye replaced with the Rinnegan is back to where it's always been, Shannon answered. That was a key part of our plan. And what are they doing here? Kuluna questioned. Karen located you and the others with her sensory abilities, and Mew wanted to come with us, Shannon answered. Kuluna, I have been meaning to ask you this. Why the hell has your skin become paler than usual? You have large rabbit ears covering your human ones, and you have what looks to be a Sharingan on your forehead, Shannon asked. In order to get stronger, I infused myself with the remains of Kagaya Otsutsuki, the moon rabbit goddess. She now is my ally and I have obtained godlike powers. Like her Rinne Sharingan on my forehead, Kuluna answered. Now, leave this a private area belonging to Rota and no trespassers are allowed to be here, Kuluna commanded. We will, but first I would like to know just what it is you're doing here, Mew asked. I refuse to inform you about my project, Kuluna answered. Come on, if we are going to work together, I need to know what you are doing so I can help you out, Shannon replied. You are no longer useful to me, army attack, Kuluna commanded. Shannon creates his chakra guitar and creates a frequency that paralyzes them. Everyone, get the hell out of here, I'm sure I won't be able to hold them off for much longer. Kid in the orange, open your shuriken holster, I slipped my keycard in there, use my keycard to get out of here, Shannon yelled. Naruto does as instructed and leaves with Mew and Karen. Shannon stops playing his chakra guitar and reaches into his pocket and grabs a smoke bomb which he quickly deploys and releases poisonous gas. Shannon puts on a gas mask to protect himself. Kuluna and the army disappear in the toxic smoke. What? Where could they go? Shannon said in disbelief. Ah! A battle cry roared. A man of short stature attempts to stab Shannon to death. Shannon easily disarms him. Shannon, it's me Haber, I'm sorry. Get away from me, I'm about to self-destruct with my suicide vest, Fritz warned. Shannon gets as far away from him as possible. Fritz explodes via explosive tags hidden underneath his clothes. No, Shannon shouted. Shannon turns and looks at the scientist who has killed himself. His keycard is on the floor, what a miscalculation, Shannon thought. He uses the keycard to escape. In the Hokage's office. Tsunade, I might have figured out who stole my Rinnegan. It was Kuluna Ora's son, it all makes sense. She did say I outlived my usefulness to her. Meaning she probably took my Rinnegan and might replace it with my own eye, seeing as it makes sense since she was the one who did the procedure to give me the Rinnegan. Maybe she and Natalia harmed themselves knowing damn well I would save them, Shannon explained. Those damn Aura sons, they have been nothing but a pain. The king is funding both sides of the war for profit, invading countries who are on our side that are participating in the war just for territorial gain. I requested 50,000 more soldiers and only sent 100 barely trained conscripts. Ignore all the other countries' attempts to talk with him and ignored me when I tried talking with him face to face. The only reason we keep him around is because he's sent some funds to the other countries, and he has 7-tailed beasts. Tsunade replied. There is a knock at the door. Shizune opens. Listen here maggots, King Chance has a message for you, the girl stated. She is in a wheelchair. She turns on a TV she had on her lap. Hello there, Miss Hokage, I'm glad Army got to you. Bring the cage, I know he is there in Konoha because of the Fourth Reich's surprising conquest of Suna, Chance ordered. Shizune, bring him, Tsunade ordered. Yes, my lady, Shizune responded. What do you want? Tsunade asked. I will save my real reason for calling when the cage arrives. But for now, I must say, you are a great leader, you pushed enemy forces back to the border and with a minimal body count. Impressive stuff. I know I have done questionable stuff to the other allies. But it's to ensure my cause is fulfilled. My empire is really important to me because of a promise I made to my late father Lucky. I promised him before he died that I would revive the empire and make him proud, and this war gave me the perfect opportunity, and if you dare resist, well, I doubt you would, since Kuluna brought me a shinobi army with the strongest shinobi known to mankind and I have 7-tailed beasts. Now army, get the raikage on our call, Chance ordered. Yes sir, she replied. She leaves and grabs another TV which she brings in and turns it on. Gaara and Shizune rush in. Great job army, now that everyone's here I will reveal what I want. Shukaku the 1 tail, and Gyuki the 8 tails, Chance said. Are you insane? You have already stolen the 2 tails from our village? What makes you think we were ever going to give the 8 tails? I yelled. Ha 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 ha. It's either you give me the tailed beasts, or I join the Axis, Chance threatened. Even if we were to give you our tailed beast, how would that benefit us? Gaara asked. You will win the war, Chance answered. Hold on, what are you doing with the tailed beast? Asked. Experimenting on them, not for military purposes, you see, Army, my mother and I are dying. Allow me to explain, we all have a special power, aura, and it most likely is weakening our bodies. It only affects certain members of our family, so I was hoping to find a cure by using the tailed beast. I'm going to need all of them, Chance answered. Well, we refuse to surrender the 8 tails to you. Refused. We cannot trust you. Gaara added. That's fine, but before we go, allow me to properly introduce to you my generals: Draco, Zhukov, Marshall, Yager, Army, Karina, Kori, Kaluna, and Natalia. Goodbye, cages, I will see you on the other side at the Bay of Pigs, Change said. Chance leaves the call. Goodbye. A said. A leaves the call, and so does Tsunade. That kid, he is a mystery, Tsunade said. Gaara notices Army has a saddened and frightened look on her face. Is there something wrong? Gaara asked. No, she says and leaves. Strange girl. Gaara thought. Suddenly they hear strange noises in the hallway. What is going on? Shizune asked. They look at a horrific sight. Army on the floor out of her wheelchair, reaching her hand out. Blood flowing from her mouth. Oh my god. Tsunade responded. Tsunade keeps her stable with mystical palm technique. Please, I need to stay alive. They need me. I'm afraid to close my eyes again, Army said softly. What is happening to you? Tsunade asked. Army managed to say before passing out. She is rushed into emergency care. An hour later. Alright, we have finally stabilized her condition. She was constantly coughing up blood, shaking violently, bloodshot eyes, and difficulty breathing. Her legs have also suffered almost unfixable damage to her leg, and it seems to have been there for years, and her leg muscles are weak, the doctor said. How is that even possible? Shizune asked. We have no clue. Maybe the girl, once she wakes up, will be able to tell us, the medic answered. Also, it appears she has no money on her, so she won't be able to pay for her medical bills, and we are not sure what to do, the medic asked. I suggest letting her go, she is just an innocent child, Shizune answered. No, she isn't, an injured soldier responded. What are you talking about? Shizune questioned. She, along with Chance, killed hundreds of thousands and maybe even millions of civilians intentionally, all in the quest of winning a war and satisfying their bloodlust. I was a soldier during the Great Middle Eastern War, where Siberian intervention brought those 2 heartless beings to my land.
The girl Army didn't actually kill any civilians, rather she, peacefully, looted entire cities with 10 regiments known by my people as Afij Terhib, regiments of intimidation. This gave the Siberian army more supplies than they knew what to do with. It is said that Army eventually saw how her ways were self-destructive and morally fucked up. She left the army and returned home. So that's why this girl is not innocent, the soldier explained.
I'm so sorry, Army said softly, crying. I don't want to hear your shit, the soldier yelled. The soldier grabs a pocket knife and rushes to Army to stab her, but Shizune grabs his wrist. What do you think you're doing? Shizune asked furiously. Getting payback. I want to avenge my fallen comrades by killing someone precious to him, the soldier answers. That's not going to solve anything, Shizune replied. Fine, just let go of me, the soldier said. Shizune lets go of him and he storms off. Why didn't you just let him kill me? I don't deserve to live after all I did. I'm weak, alone and useless, Army said. No one is useless. Why do you say such terrible things about yourself? Shizune questioned. It's because I was defenseless to stop the arson attack that killed my mother, who sacrificed herself for me to live. Unable to save my father when he was murdered. Helped Chance commit a genocide of innocent civilians. I can't even fight for myself. I couldn't save Chance from his hate and Kaluna from her grief and God complex. Army answered. Chance and Kaluna. What happened to them for them to become horrible people? Shizune asked. Army stops crying and explains. Chance, he was kind, polite, hilarious and always with a smile on his face. I have 2 possible reasons why he would change and do this. 1, he was bullied for his entire life, it never seemed to affect him, but deep down I know it hurt. 2, he gained hate towards an unexpected group, gays, trans and their supporters as a whole. He views them as a disease even when his own cousin, who is a girl, has a girlfriend. He claims they are weakening men, spreading stupidity and cowardice, brainwashing our children, and are trying to destroy religion. Since I don't associate myself with this kind of shit, I don't have an opinion on this topic. And I would like to make this clear. Chance never actually killed any men, rather he sent a lot of men to do his dirty work while he injured himself on purpose and stayed behind. One soldier used a transformation jutsu which Chance taught him to disguise himself as Chance to become infamous. He did this because he is lazy. Kaluna lost both of her parents when she was young. This caused her to gain a fear and disgust of death. She would spend all of her time training so that one day she could find a way to end death. She almost gave up on this quest until Chance told her of a potential way. Chance would assemble the tailed beast and Kaluna would retrieve the remains of Kagaya Otsutsuki and gain access to the Rinne Sharingan. But instead of using the infinite Tsukuyomi, they would create a jutsu that would bring immortality to everyone and grant them the opportunity to create their own worlds and control their own fate. Cory and the others are helping Chance with these goals. Draco and Cory want to create a force of knights that protects the weak ones in this world.
Marshall just wants a life where he is a real cowboy with a lot of women.
Karina wants to live in a world full of excitement and adventure and where Chance would learn to fully acknowledge her relationship with B, her girlfriend. Natalia, Zhukov, and Yager. I'm not sure what they want. And I want to live in a world where I never lost Moma and Papa. I never had to constantly deal with my psychological scars. Where I never have to constantly fear for my safety and my fear of something that shouldn't be named. Army explained. I'm so sorry that happened to you. I know what it's like losing a loved one. I lost my uncle during the Second Shinobi War. Shizune responded. Miss, may you please bring me to the Hokage? Then afterwards find a way for me to walk again? Army asked. Sure. Shizune answered. In the Hokage's office. Operation Bay of Pigs is named after an invasion of Rota long ago. Led by Sir Aaron and Shimazu, they repelled the invading men, who were discovered to be shinobi exiles or missing nin in your terms. Now, the Bay of Pigs has multiple routes that could be taken depending on the situation.
First, feign a switch to the Axis and manipulate you into an invading Rota, which would be a death sentence because he has advanced military technology, tanks, planes, battleships, and guns.
You step one foot on Rota soil and you won't survive for long. He despises Konoha, or more specifically the clans here. Those responsible for siding with Lucifer and killing almost every Ora family and bringing the death of Sir Aaron. These things happened in a separate incident. The clans were, as listed, Nara, Yamanaka, Akamichi, Hyuga, Inazuka, Aburame, who were recently discovered to be involved with Lucifer, Uchiha, Uzumaki, and Senju. Army explained. I'm a Senju, maybe that's why he has a strong dislike towards me. Tsunade responded. Most likely, though Marshall didn't seem to have an issue with you. Army jokes. Yeah, so what are the other routes? Tsunade asked. He is creating chakra bombs made out of tailed beast chakra. These can destroy an entire village and kill everyone within the village.
He will prolong this war to about 30 years, then bomb every village to hell. This is his strategy to eliminate the tailed beast Jinchuriki he cannot harm. Once he gets all the tailed beast, one of two things will happen. He will create a jutsu that essentially turns humans into gods, where people can take control of their own worlds and live as many lives as they want. Or use the infinite Tsukuyomi on humanity, putting everyone in a dream where they live their perfect life. Army explained.
Thank you for telling us this important information. Why did you tell us about this? Tsunade asked. The guilt. I couldn't live with myself if Chance and the rest of my family got away with this. He seemed dead serious with the threat of the Bay of Pigs, which was originally supposed to be a last resort operation. Army answered. I see, you did a good job telling us. You have just saved a lot of lives, Shizune said. You're welcome, I will be leaving now. Good luck on the war, Army replied. Thank you. Tsunade responds. Army leaves. Later that night, a girl in a red kimono breaks into the Hokage's office and removes a hidden microphone from behind a book. That little rat is going to pay, the girl said softly. In Rota Castle. Army, why would you tell the Hokage about the Operation Bay of Pigs? Chance asked surprisingly calmly. What? How did you know? Army questioned. I ordered one of my agents, a close friend who is like family to me, to plant a microphone in the cage's office, and when the cages discover it, the microphone will self-destruct. The explosion will be small and weak, but it will eliminate the possibility of being discovered, Chance explained. Oh shit. Army responded. Yeah, so anyway, you couldn't live with yourself if all of my ambitions were fulfilled. But mine has a pure end goal. Now I have decided, I'm not even going to save this world. It's too far broken. So, I'm no longer going to prolong the war for 30 years to rule the world with pain. No more genocide of those I hate. And now Kaluna and the army are going to Kumo to capture Gyuki. And once I get Shukaku, we will be invincible, Chance explained. Why are you still telling me this? Shouldn't you be mad at me? Army asked. Because, this time, you won't be able to tell the Senju bitch, Chance said. The girl in the red kimono holds a kunai to Army's neck. Can I kill her? She asked softly. What has changed with you, Mukago? You were never this brave and aggressive, Chance asked. I was tired of being spineless, so I have embraced the powers of Lucario, Mukago answered. It seems you're a natural at concealing his presence, but you're still not good enough. Show me your markings, Chance ordered. Mukago revealed markings on her face. They are black and cover her nose and surround her eyes. They also cover her birthmarks, which are 2 dark red stripes on each cheek. Chance gains a worried expression on his face. He walks over to Mukago and places his right hand on her right cheek. Stable markings. That's not a good thing. You don't want to become unstable. Because that would kill your beauty. You are not a combatant. Deep down I know you're scared of fighting and would retreat from any fight. That's why you seeked out his power, but there is a difference between you and me. I can keep myself mentally stable with Lucario's power because I have the hatred required for the control of his power. You have no hatred towards anybody or anything, Chance explained. You're really smart, cousin. But I can control his power through sheer willpower. Hatred will manifest into evil. You already know that, don't you? Mukago replied. Yes, Chance said. Kori arrives. Chance, who is that? Kori asked. Mukago. A member of the former branch family, now a part of the main family since I eliminated the main branch system because we are better than the damn Hyuga, Chance answered. That explains the 9 others, Kori responded. They will attempt to massacre the Hyuga clan entirely. Not because I need a Byakugan. I have a pair for me in Karina already. But because the Byakugan would be a problem for us if they discovered how to evolve it. Plus adding them to Kaluna's army and gaining the Tengoku Byakugan would do wonders, Chance said. Alright, Kori responded. Mukago rushes out of the castle. When did she gain the guts to do a mission like this? Kori asked. Lucario gives her strength, and it will be a train wreck if she stays steadfast, Chance answered. Should I go and make sure she and other 9 don't fuck this up? Kori asked. No, you should rest, you have been working so hard. I have faith in Mukago. Now Army, since your actions could jeopardize the success of my mission, I have no choice but to put you under Natalia's supervision, Chance answered. Please stop this foolishness, it won't work. The hero always wins in everybody's story in the end. Army begged. Oh,
my dear Army, the hero doesn't always win in the end. In reality, the hero will suffer for the rest of his miserable life because of the hell the villains put them through. So, you see, the hero always defeats the villain in the story, but reality defeats the hero. And, reality shall bring forth the downfall of the ones who oppose righteous heaven. Chance replied, continuing to stay calm.
Your plan isn't righteous at all. It involves the extinction of the entire human race. Putting everyone in a dream and making everyone a god. That's not reality. It's a fabrication, Army argued. Good points, but you know what? This reality is broken, and I'm going to take it and fix it. What you fail to understand is that my plan, they can choose to be whatever they want. No resistance. Reality will be what they want it to be. I'm doing this so no one has to suffer again. I know pain. You know pain. This world will no longer feel pain. Chance argued calmly, then raised his voice towards the end. Hatred isn't the only thing in this world. In fact, there are many positive things in this world if you just look. Reality isn't broken, but it's flawed like all of us. Army argued.
Chance walks over to her and grabs her neck and proceeds to lift her into the air out of her wheelchair with only his right arm and proceeds to start choking her.
Understand this, pain, hatred and violence will always exist. See the pain I have brought onto you. The longer I choke you, the more pain I bring, but through love and righteousness I place you back into your wheelchair. Chance places Army back in her wheelchair gently. Love and righteousness are countered, overwhelmed, and defeated by greed, corruption, arrogance, and ignorance, Chance explained. I understand your negative view of other people, but you have to see the brighter side of people, Army said. What brighter side? Look at the world, these idiots are fighting each over fucking nothing. They only want to gain land and wealth. The idiots don't realize the greater scope of this war. Millions are surely being tortured and executed for their ethnicity or for just being themselves. But these dumbasses in charge like the Senju bitch won't even bother investigating the Fourth Reich, and if they have already tried to, have failed. I could do an investigation of my own or send one of the others like Marshall to do it for me. I will make my decision later. Also, the war could end instantly if they just came together as brothers and sisters. Army, you are forbidden to leave Rota and will be monitored by Natalia and maybe others later on. Chance declared. You can't do this to me. A medical nin found a way I can walk again. Army argued. Chance is surprised. You did, never mind. Head back to Konoha and get your legs fixed, then go through rehab and we will celebrate with the biggest celebration you have ever seen. Chance said. Alright, Army said. Army leaves, but in the shadows a small butterfly flies back to a woman. Great job. Kanao, let's go. The woman said. Kanao nods in agreement. They start retreating from the castle. If we go faster than the branch family, we may be able to alert our relatives the Hyuga clan before it's too late. Since I'm faster, I'm going to go on ahead. If you encounter the branch family, try and hold them off. Just stay alive in the process, the woman said. Kanao once again nods her head in agreement. The woman gains a huge burst of speed and moves so fast it seemed like she teleported. A few days later, the woman arrives at the Hyuga clan residence and barges down the door.
What was that? Hiyashi asked himself. The name's Shinobu Kocho, and I have important news. The Orosun branch family has now integrated themselves into the main family. They have been sent by chance to kill every Hyuga in the leaf. Because apparently the Byakugan can evolve like the Sharingan. The Tengoku Byakugan. He doesn't want you to discover how to evolve it because it would be a problem for him. Shinobi explained.
Thanks for telling us, Kocho. I will gather every Hyuga possible to defeat the Aura Sons, Hiyashi said. Great. Me and my sister Kanao will help you out, Shinobi replied. Kanao arrives. I saw the Aura Sons and tried to hold them off, but the numbers advantage along with their impressive powers made it too risky to continue fighting. They will be here shortly, Kanao reported. I see, in that case we will meet them as far away from the village as possible to avoid the village sustaining damage, Shinobu said. Alright, Hiyashi responded. About an hour later the Hyuga clan, Shinobu and Kanao ambush the Aura Sons led by Mukago. Elsewhere Neji is escorting Hanabi out of the village. Suddenly 3 bullets come from the north, east and west. Neji counters the bullets with his 8 trigrams rotation. Marshal Yager and Zhukov reveal their presence. Hanabi, get out of here, Neji said. Hanabi instantly is snatched and seemingly disappears out of thin air. Neji activates his Byakugan to see Draco, who had knocked Hanabi out cold, carrying her swiftly away. Marshal traps Neji in a cage of cacti. Neji uses his rotation to break free but fails and the cacti grow larger. Ha! My cacti cage can't be broken using chakra. You just straightened the cage tenfold with that much chakra you released, Marshal said. Damn it, Neji responded. Meanwhile the Aura Sons turned to smoke and entered the village with the military police force now made up of Fuma clan members, a few Anbu, the Hyuga clan, Shinobu, and Kanao in pursuit. They chase them to the 4th Hokage's stone head where Draco holds Hanabi over the edge. Let her go, Hiyashi said. Hell no, if you want this girl to live you must agree to our terms, Draco replied. What are they? Hiyashi asked. There are none, Draco answered. The Aura Sons and Hanabi disappear in a puff of smoke, leaving a message behind. See you at Stalingrad. The Hyuga can't see them with their Byakugan. Damn it, Hiyashi shouts. Where is Stalingrad? Hiyashi asked furiously. It's in Russia. Near Siberia. It's constantly snowing there. Getting there almost guarantees someone will die of hypothermia. It's where Chance killed my older sister. Not without being almost killed by Kanae. It revealed his weakness, his body is fragile, he can't take many blows in combat or else he's defeated. As my sister described him, he has glass bones and paper skin. But a strong determination. Kanae tried to defeat his hateful side but failed. She died to save him from his hatred. She could have easily killed Chance during their battle, but she spared him thinking he could change. He was horrified by himself and his hatred. He can't even look me or my sister in the eye. She was wrong about him as he would go on and kill many and ordered his armies to kill innocents, which lead to hundreds of thousands of deaths. He lied to the world, including his own family, about his genocide. I know this because I encountered him during the war. In a flashback, stay away from me please, I don't want to see you anymore, Chance shouts. It's a pity that you still haven't changed, but I still believe in you, Shinbu responded kindly. Quit the facade. You hate me. Deep down, you hate me for killing her. I'm sorry, alright. Every fucking day I see her and feel her, and it still hurts. Is that what you wanted me to say? Chance asked.
I'm sorry you're still feeling that pain. But that doesn't excuse you killing thousands of people and lying to your own cousin, who is the most loyal person I have ever seen. She doesn't deserve this, and I'm sure your body hurts every time you take a life because that's Kanae trying to hold you back. Shinobu answered.
Shinobu takes a step forward, but Chance takes a step back. Ah, that's a shame. You're still traumatized from her death. Don't worry, she forgives you. She doesn't mind you killing her. Because it taught you a valuable lesson. Hatred and violence bring nothing but pain. Shinobu responded. That lesson is bullshit. Hatred and violence make a man stronger. And who the hell are you talking about hatred when you hate me? I don't hate you. I cry inside every time I see you, hear you and think about you, Kanae and Kanao. Chance yells. I hope you recover from your trauma, Shinobu said. Chance turns around and tries to break down the door behind him, but he fails. Come on, stupid door. I got to get out of here, Chance yelled. Shinobu disappears in a swarm of butterflies. Sarah and two soldiers find Chance along with many bodies in an incinerator. End of flashback. And that's what happened, Shinobu said. Really? That's what happened? It was Mew who overheard the conversation. Yep. Shinobi answered. I can't believe it, I never thought someone like Chance would kill somebody. Mew replied. Did he show kindness to you? Shinobu asked. Yeah, he seemed like a sweet man who would never hurt anybody unless it was to protect someone. Mew answered. I'm glad he gained some heart back. And before your view of him changes, remember this. There was a possibility that the civilians were not innocent. They could have been militia members. Maybe he was burning them to preserve their ashes. Which there is evidence of. Many jars filled with ashes were found in the incinerator building. He could have been defending himself and his men who he considered his friends, Shinobu states. Thanks for telling me this. From your description it seems like he needs help overcoming the darkness within him, Mew said. Yes. Shinobu responds. A rescue squad has been assembled made up of Mew, Naruto, Hinata, Kiba, Shino Hiyashi, Shinobu and Kanao. At a restaurant in Stalingrad. Why did you kidnap me? Hanabi asked. I didn't. The other kidnapped you as a gift of forgiveness for failing to massacre your entire clan because the two people I can't stand the most told your clan what my family was going to do. And Marshall, Zhukov, Yager and Draco were not even supposed to be there to kidnap you. This was out of my control, so I decided to treat you to some delicious food as an apology for this incident. Chance answered. Why are you being so nice to me? Hanabi asked. I feel sorry for you. No child your age should be kidnapped. Actually, no one should be kidnapped, Chance answered. What are you planning to do with me? Hanabi asked.
I don't know. Maybe I could kill the rescue squad they would send for you. But I honestly don't want to. Because I'm at heart a nice guy despite the sins of my past. Chance answered.
About those people you can't stand the most, why can you not stand them? Hanabi asked. Kanae Kocho. She tried to save me from the hatred I gained in my life. And I killed her out of my will to keep my hatred to make me stronger and exact my revenge. As she died, she hugged me, she ran her hand through my hair, her last words being, I still believe in you, Chance. She died with a smile on her face in front of her two sisters. I couldn't look them in the face, I wanted to, but I just couldn't. The guilt was crawling up my back, and from that day forward I felt her aura, her gentle aura. Her sister Shinobu hates me but still puts up a friendly facade. She wants me dead but never tried to kill me because I know Kanae was holding her back from killing me. I want to get rid of them so I can move on from them, so I no longer have to feel guilty about my actions, Chance explained. Killing them won't change anything. It will only bring more guilt and regret, Hanabi answered. How so? Chance asked. If you felt guilty about killing Kanae, then you would feel guilty about killing Shinobu and her other sister, Hanabi answered. They show me no mercy nor forgiveness. Why would I feel bad about killing them? Chance asked. Because Kanae wouldn't want you to kill anymore, especially her own family, Hanabi answered. Why is your first instinct to kill? Hanabi asked. Back then it wasn't my first instinct. I wanted to spare her life. I became a hateful man, and I was desperate to keep my hatred. I wanted to keep it. It made me more powerful. I wanted to use hatred's power to heal the world. I didn't want to give in to peace and tranquility. Rather, I wanted to be in a constant state of hate and anger because I thought it would make me stronger. And it did, Chance answered. 2 weeks later, in a home, King. They are here. The shinobi, they are getting closer to here, a soldier reported. Alright, Chance said. Chance and Hanabi gear up and meet the rescue team. Listen here, I don't want any conflict. This kidnapping wasn't ordered by me. I am willing to hand her over as long as you agree not to fight me, Chance offered. We accept. Hiyashi accepted. Shinobu in the blink of an eye gets behind Chance with her sword right behind his back. I was expecting this. Ironically, your sister wouldn't approve of such acts against me, Chance said jokingly. You always were a jokester. I got a joke for you. What happened to the criminal once he was in front of his god? Shinobu asked. I don't know, Chance answered. Dead, Shinobu shouts. Her sword pieces Chance but turns into a log. Not exactly a humorous joke, but I respect your effort, Chance said sarcastically, unseen by everyone. Where are you? You coward, Shinobu asked. I snon, Chance answered. What? Shinobu asked. Hundreds of snow clones surround Shinobu and company. I was going to be completely friendly like your facade. But no, you always have to be a brash pain, the clones said at the same time. Shinobu and company defeat the snow clones, but Chance is still out of sight. I'm not leaving until I have your head, Shinobu proclaimed. Too bad, I'm far away now, Chance replied. Come out and fight us, you coward, Shinobu shouted. Chance sighs and responds, how about you calm down? I was willing to give Hanabi over peacefully, but you had other ideas the entire time. You didn't give half a damn what happened to the others as long as you killed me or threw a wrench in my plans. If it came down to it, you would leave them for dead. Chance laughed cynically. That's not true, Shinobu replied. Really? Let's do this theory and see what the result is, Chance said. The entire rescue squad is wounded and are bleeding out from their backs. Except for Mew, Shinobu and Kanao who have been spared. Chance. If you can hear me, what has happened to you? Where's the sweet, kind man I know? Mew said, holding back tears. Chance rises from the snow in front of Mew. That sweet, kind man is still here and is staring at the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. Chance answered, running his hand through Mew's hair. He picked that trait up from Kanae. Kanao thought to herself.
Please stop this, Mew begged. Just take the girl and leave. Chance responded. With Hanabi in tow, the rescue squad begin to leave. Their wounds turn out to be genjutsu.
Why, have you done all this bad stuff I heard? Ordering a massacre of an entire family. Killing hundreds of thousands of people and lying to the world about it? Mew asked. The hundreds of thousands of people were militiamen and women. Not to mention civilians who were trying to kill us. It was hard to tell who was civilian or enemy, and civilians did unjustifiably die. That's why we did our best to give them funerals and burn their ashes to give to the nation after the war to keep forever. Chance answered. That's false. You took pleasure in killing the innocent civilians. You sent peacekeeping forces to the wrong city so you could kill those civilians and say they were trying to kill you, Shinobu argued.
Peacekeeping forces never came even after several requests. Who told you those lies? Sarah. Did she spread those lies with forged evidence? I never once encountered peacekeeping forces. The civilians were incredibly hostile, and yes, I did kill them brutally with my jutsu, but it was to save my comrades, not satisfying bloodlust. Chance argued.
Believe what you want. The truth will eventually come to light, Shinobu said.
I'm confused, Mew said. It's a really complicated issue with many sides to the story.
But who are you going to trust? The soldier who was there the entire time, or the one who framed me as a war criminal and was there for a short period of time, making me and my comrades' lives a living hell through various sabotage methods, just like killing several men in a tank you set on fire by sabotaging the fuel tanks. Sabotaging our rifles right before we got into a firefight with some insurgents, causing many to die. It would have killed me too, but another battalion saved our remaining lives, Chance explained. Sarah has evidence that shows you blatantly killing innocent civilians. I will show it to your friend soon, Shinobu said. Enraged by that statement, Chance traps Shinobu in aura chains, which he tightens. Killing me will prove that you're incapable of change, that my sister wasted her time on you. She gave you kindness and you betrayed her. All for some silly ambition fueled by your madness. When I look into your eyes, I see a little boy who desperately wants peace, but his cries are drowned out by your cynical view of the world, Shinobu said. Shinobu, are you coming with us? Kanao asked. Kanao sees the sight of Chance causing harm to her sister and rushes to save her, but Chance captures her in aura chains as well but doesn't harm Kanao. Enough, everyone. I cannot stand this anymore. Shinobu, Kanao, get out of my life. Please. I cannot stand looking at you two. I've been haunted by you two for the past 4 fucking years. And I was just starting to eliminate you from my memory. Like insects, you two are always a bother to me, Chance said. The rescue squad sees what is going on and readies for combat. Chance now can move his chains and deliver Shinobu and Kanao back to the rescue squad. Now, return back home. Or if you're desperate for some combat, summoning jutsu, Chance said. Chance summons Lucario. Just like the ones on the bridge, Naruto thought to himself. Chance. What really happened? Mew asked. I told you already. I had no choice but to kill all of those people. They had a will to fight, and my duty as a soldier is to eliminate any will of fighting from my enemy. Soldiers, kill. Fight. Die. Chance answered. What happened to your kindness? Mew asked. Don't worry, it's still there, my dear Mew. Sometimes I have to be more serious. If you haven't noticed by now, I have been trying to avoid combat because that would result in someone's life ending. If I didn't have kindness, I would have killed Hanabi, but I didn't. Because she's innocent and not even supposed to be involved in this business. I summoned Lucario to protect me if Shinobu and Kanao snap mentally and try to kill me, and to entertain you with combat, Chance answered. Us snap mentally? Huh. You should know a thing or two about that. Oh wait, it wasn't you who snapped, it was one of your 19 cousins. She was short, bloodthirsty, and had permanent stable markings, and wore a large purple bow that tied up her kimono, which I have in my possession, Shinobu said. Shinobu unseals a scroll containing Mukago's bow. Chance Lucario dispels. Chance then transforms into a Lucario and his aura is blazing around him. Sister, that wasn't exactly wise to do, Kanao said. He wouldn't dare lay a hand on me. He's clinging on to his humanity. He promised Kanae before she died that he would never harm us again. And even after almost killing him during the war, he still never sought me out to kill me. He wants to keep his humanity while fulfilling his goals. But in reality, he will permanently become a Lucario. He will give in to his hatred. That's just how beasts are, Shinobu deduced. Chance? What's wrong? Mew asked. Chance, Lucario form, growls at Mew and turns to Shinobu. Chance. Lucario form, charges at Shinobu, who doesn't fight back. Chance punches Shinobu's ribcage 5 times, and each of those 5 times he broke one of her ribs. Kanao gets in the rescue squad's way, preventing them from getting past her. Ha, I was right, beasts can't change. And my sister got herself unnecessarily killed for some bloodthirsty creature I can't even call human. Butterflies are always the prey to Lucarios. Now, if you have decided to kill me, Shinobu said softly. It will be my pleasure. You will die in Stalingrad. Don't worry, I will bury you right next to Kanae. And I will do the same to the indecisive one. Chance, Lucario form, said. Why won't you let us pass? Naruto asked. You mustn't interfere with this business. You will only get yourselves killed, Kanao answered. Stop it. Mew screamed and cried. Mew hugs Chance. But Mew senses Chance's Lucario form, killing intent and gets away. Chance, Lucario form, looks at Mew, and sees Kanae's spirit next to her. This causes Chance, Lucario form, to close its eyes and start howling. Suddenly several ropes restrain Chance, Lucario form, on the ground. What did you do to break his emotional barrier? It was Karina. I lied and insinuated that one of Chance's cousins was slain by me. Shinobu answered softly. What is your major malfunction, you idiot? For a Kocho I expected more common sense and rationality, Karina insulted. I wanted him to hurt me, to prove my point, Shinobu replied. Too bad he won't remember what happened for the last 30 minutes, Karina said. Wait, what? Shinobu asked. Yeah, his memory is shot whenever he enters this mode. With medication the effects can be reversed, but those medications are currently low in supply, Karina answered. Then what was the point of me getting 5 ribs broken? Shinobu asked. I don't know, sounded kinda stupid of a plan, Karina answered. Had I known he couldn't remember shit, I wouldn't have done all of this. I can't believe you even try with this mentally challenged dumbass. He can't control himself. Give him a therapist if you're going to let this savage go out into the world, Shinobu yelled. I saved your life. I could release him right now, and he would break every bone in your small and fragile body. He does not need a therapist, he controls himself greatly, perhaps a little too greatly. He has repressed his emotions for a long time and directed those emotions to Lucario's power. That's one of the reasons he's so strong. Mentally challenged is a lie, Sure, he isn't the greatest when it comes to social situations, but that doesn't make him less intelligent. At least he's authentic and would do anything for a friend. He wouldn't hesitate to take a bullet for a guy he had met 20 minutes prior. He also promised your sister Kanae that he would protect you. He sealed aura in your hands so that would protect and heal you. He would never hurt you in his normal state and would try and hold off his Lucario form, which can activate willingly and unwillingly. Karina replied. That explains the marks on the back of my hands. Maybe he knocked me out then sealed the aura within me. I don't remember him making any promises though. Did he lie to this girl too? It doesn't matter now. I can't convince her or any other of the Aura sons. Maybe Chance did make a promise, out of guilt? Out of being closely related to Kanae and the rest of the Kocho clan? Or some other ulterior motive? Shinobu thought to herself. As you can tell, Chance is calming down and soon the transformation into his Lucario form will dispel. I will lie and tell him something else. Good fucking job almost getting everyone with you killed. I am out here in the freezing cold because of your desire to fuck with Chance on an emotional and psychological level and the ruthlessness of a couple of morons unrelated to you, of course. Hope you're happy with yourself. I wonder, how do you sleep at night? Karina asked. Knowing the fact that Chance is miserable, Shinobu answered. Wrong answer. Karina responded. Karina transforms into her Lucario form and releases Chance, who is still in his Lucario form.
Family, rise. Chance Lucario form from shouts, and what happens next surprises everyone. The entire current generation of the Aura Sun family rises from the snow. They each create bones made out of aura. Stand ready, Hiyashi commanded. The rescue squad prepares for combat. Suddenly the wind picks up. The snow obstructs everyone's view. The Byakugan can't see anything somehow. They fall asleep and fall to the ground.